Coming at you live once more again. Also, what I need for you to do, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, my worthless 2 cents is about to put something in your ear.
Oh, and I'm up in here. What y'all gonna have to do is hold on just a second, because I'm trying to multitask. My guest is right there. So y'all just hold what you got. Hold what you're cooking, because the old country, I'm trying to cook 2 things at one time. Oh, look, hey, there I go over there. I'm looking at shit. I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me. It's your boy, the Louisiana country boy, coming at you live once more again with another episode. With another episode. With another episode of My Worthless 2 Cents Table Talk, where your approval is not needed. So you know what that means. If you don't, I don't need your approval. So if you don't like what's going on, just keep on going. Look here, Old Country Boys here tonight. Y'all, I got a special guest, another special guest. This wonderful lady has graciously accepted the reservation to come to the table. I don't think she know what she was getting into when she said, yes, I don't come to the table, but that's she's here now and she ain't going nowhere. Y'all know this old boy right here don't do no introductions, and I won't even start because I could not do justice to this young lady. I really couldn't, and I wouldn't even try. What I would tell you is I've had a talk with her. I told her, look, we're gonna have to have one of them old country talks now. So we had an old country talk, and I got to know her. She's a wonderful lady. She's got a wonderful story. She's got a journey that she is on, not has been on, but she's got a journey that she's on. And she's going to share her journey, her way, her story is hers. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I'm going to tell y'all to do. So you ready? Sit back, relax, put on your headgear. Oh, Miss Ann, put something in the ear. Welcome to the table.
How y'all doing out there?
Good. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm so excited to be here.
Well, I am so thrilled to have you. I thank you so very much for taking out this time to come and join, to come sit with this old boy, you know, and have a little conversation with this old boy. You know, so I tell you, just tell these folks who you are, tell these folks about yourself, tell these folks anything you want to tell them, because guess what? They're going to sit and they're going to listen.
Well, my name is Amenna, and I was sick as a child with symptomatic lupus. I had to get both of my kidneys out at the age of 6 years old. And the kidneys, the thing about the lupus, it destroys your kidneys. You don't really detect the lupus. You know, it's hard to detect it as a child, So I had to go through a lot of tests before they recognized that it was symptomatic lupus. And by the time it was they recognized it was too late to keep my kidneys because it already destroyed them. It's a disease that destroys organs, but I was so grateful and thankful that it wasn't my heart that it went out the kidneys, something that can be replaced. Right. So I thank God for that. And it also had some minor effects on it. Anything dealing with illness, it has some type of side effects. And with definitely going through seizures and not be able to go to school all the time. Children's Hospital was my second home, all the time. I was always in a hospital, not knowing how the outside world is, and it's hard. I'm telling y'all, it's very hard when you're so shelter in. And then when you become a teenager, or you becoming towards those teenager years, and you don't know the world like that, you can get lost. The wolves can come and get you. And it is true out there when they say it is wolves out there. Me, I'm a pure hearted person, always been. And I've always thought the world was different until that day. Until that day, it changed my life. I was 15 and I got sexually assaulted. I was with my friends, and this was my first party, actually my first home party, I mean house party I ever been to, basically in my life, and I'm like, woo, this is okay. But when you get there, you're so excited about going to this party, right? You're not thinking about nothing else but this party, because
Right.
it's your first time actually being in an arena or the scene of a party. But when you get there, when you first get to the house, you get this feeling like, oh man, this not where I want to be. You get this feeling. It's like this feeling comes upon you, and no lie, I'm not lying, y'all. It's like a feeling that just tells you that you're in the wrong place. You're
Mm.
not at this place. You don't supposed to be here. You know.
Right.
And so when I got that feeling, it was no turning back, because how was I gonna get back home? Everybody
Already
was
there.
everybody at the party, so it wasn't nothing I can do at that point. So I had to go through the doors, and I was scared to go through the doors. Even though I was scared, I said, huh, when in this place, you know how we do, we young, we shut things off. It's like,
Right.
okay, yeah, whatever, but once I got in the place, I still had that feeling. I was like, oh my goodness, they smoking, they doing all this stuff. I don't do that. So I felt a little uncomfortable, a lot uncomfortable. And it was this, matter of fact, my favorite team was on that day, the 76. That's when they used to win.
Oh wow.
Yes. And so I go upstairs, and it's only one unoccupied room. And I go in there, watch the game, finish watching the game, and next thing you know, the owner come in the room. You don't know the owner, so you trying to move out, but
Right.
the owner ain't having it. He like, oh, you gonna stay right here. So that was the first time I ever had to really fight for my life,
Wow.
far as a physical. So I had to go through some real tough things. So I was like isolated from guys a whole lot after that, because I felt like I couldn't trust nobody no more. I couldn't talk to nobody. It was scared to talk to my mommy, because ooh, I supposed to have been in the house. If
Right.
I would have told her about what happened, she would get me, but not thinking that my mommy would be devastated. When you're young, you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. That's
Right.
all your mind thinking about. So being sick and getting involved in other that was a definitely a trauma situation for me. And you never know, you don't know exactly what people are thinking, or definitely thinking at that time. And you never think that that will actually happen to you. You be like, then you in your mind, you like, me,
Right.
I'm the pure one. I'm the one that's, that don't do nothing. But then it comes across, the wolves are out there. They out there for a reason. But I had to learn about that. I had to learn the hard way because, like I said, I was always shattered. I always in house, in house, in house. And see, when you have parents like that, my mommy, and my daddy, they are old. I got old parents, so it's like they had that old traditional looking in life, they still had that respect adults, and that's how I was raised. Come in before the lights get on, um, that type of stuff. But one thing my mommy forgot to tell me is how to be strong out there in that world.
Mm.
It's different when my mommy was strong all the time. I never even seen my mommy cry, not once, until I saw my mommy cry once when her mommy passed, my grandma, and that was the only time I seen my mommy ever cry. And I would look up to my mommy, and I would always think that I was a burden to the family because I was always sick. My mommy worked at the Pentagon, so I was always sick and always having to be in the hospital. She would always have to take off and come to the hospital to put me in the hospital. So it was hard. It was very hard, especially since I had an older brother. He needed attention,
Right.
and I felt like I was taking more of the attention of him. And it was kind of hard for him to see his baby sister sick all the time, but not knowing that. And sometimes you don't think that because as a child, you like, nah, I'm not getting that attention. All I'm getting is you coming to the hospital all the time, and I'm not getting that love from the other my aunts, my none of them. And I used to get so upset about that because I'm not getting that love from them as my brother was. So it was difficult, but I felt that he needed it more. I didn't need that much love because I was getting it. But when you're a child, you don't see that, you
Right.
know? And I had to learn that from early on as well. So as far as my sickness, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle with my seizures and having symptomatic lupus. But one thing I could say about my lupus, when I first got diagnosed, it was active. But when I got on dialysis, it was inactive. It wasn't active. And
Wow.
I was like, that ain't nothing but God because I seen so many people, y'all don't understand. I seen so many people die on a machine, on a dialysis machine. My friends died. And I'll be like, dang God, all these people, they, you know, they died. They was in the hospital right with me, but they died. They died being on that machine, and because you don't supposed to be on the dialysis machine forever. It's not
Mm.
meant for you to be on the machine. It start deteriorating your bones, the stuff that's supposed to help you in your body. So it it kind of kill you quicker than or should I say slowly. It
Right.
kind of kill you slowly, because you don't supposed to be on there that long. But since it's so hard for kidneys, people, getting kidneys, it's so sad when I see a person that is looking for a kidney, because I remember when I was looking for a kidney, searching for one, and I was like, dang, I have I'm looking for a live donor, and that was a time when they was telling me that I only could get a live donor.
Oh
And
wow.
so luckily I'm telling you how grateful God is. I remember when I was in church, and God told me I've been praying for a kidney and a kidney and a kidney for so long. But one day in church, God told me I was going to get a kidney. And I was so like, really, shocked about it that he said it to me. But he actually answered it. And I kept next thing you know, I kept getting calls after calls. But they wasn't good calls. Went up to the hospital. This was during COVID. May, I think it was May 16th, I got my kidney transplant, 2020.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my goodness, it's about to go down, and I was so excited because I had 3 times I went up. It was 3 or 4 times I had a denial, right?
Wow.
And I knew it was this one time. I knew it was nothing but the devil trying to stop me from getting my kidney because they were saying my blood pressure, my temperature was high, all this stuff. I'm like, what? I don't even have a fever. So it was a lot going on that day. And I was so happy when I received my kidney that day. I was like, about time I feel free. I'm not on a machine no more. And I just love God. I love how he moves at the right place and in the right time. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that, because when I went through my depression of losing my brother/cousin, I had it. I was definitely a goner. I actually died. And God brought me back. And I was so ready to go though, like really, really ready, because I got tired of how I was feeling. I got tired of having to being sick. I got tired of being that person. And also I didn't know how to deal with me being by myself. My brother/cousin was normally my protector from bullies and from everything. So now I had to fight for myself, and I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to speak up for Amina or love Amina. Amina always come last. I'm always with thinking about other people before I think about myself. And I had to learn how to actually fight. And that was rough for me. It was really rough for me to learn how to fight. Um, so when I went through my depression, it taught me something that I shouldn't want to take my life, you know, because I feel afraid, you know. I found out that my brother/cousin, he's in a better place, he's not being hurt no more, he don't have to deal with the pain no more. And maybe he needed him more than I did, you know. If you understand what I'm saying.
I got
Like
you.
I'm a little bit more stronger than what he was. So God wanted him at that time, because God probably knew that he wasn't gonna last anyway. And and they always say, what goes on in that house stays on the house. That used to get to me all the time, because we never had nobody to talk to. It would just be me and him. Talk to each other, pray. But when he left, part of me left too. His birthday was June. His birthday is June 12th. Mine is March 12th.
Oh wow.
So it's hard sometimes, because we the 12s. We the 2 12s in the family. So they be like, look at the 212 twins. I'm like, whatever. That's how we do. And he didn't play about me, and I didn't play about him. Um, if he was here today, he'd be like, he'll say something like this. We ain't having that. Like if I'm especially if I'm going in an emotional state
Right.
or something, he'd be like, yeah, nah, bruh. He'd be like, bruh, I know you ain't, bruh. Look,
Wow.
he'll say, sis, look, we gonna get this together. We ain't gotta worry about them. Come on, we got us. It's us against them. You always remember that. He always say that. It's us against them. So when that time came, I was so hurt by it. And going through that, and then my big sister asking me to go to church during that time. And I'm telling you, I was in a bad place. I'm talking about as far as relationship. I mean, I went totally down zero somewhere. I knew I wasn't even on number one.
Mm.
And and my sister asked me to go to church with her after actually about a month or two after I got out the hospital from my suicide. And she was like, come to the hospital. I mean, she was like, come to the church with me. And I was like, I ain't going to church, you know, because I'm like, I, me and my mama used to take us to church all the time. Mommy is a Catholic. She was a Catholic. So I said, I already know about church. I already know. What you telling me to go to church for? Man, all we gotta do is go to the man, go to the confession thing, and tell him what's going on. So what you want me to do? So she said no. She was telling me no, it's not like that. I want you to come to church with me. So she asked me that like 3 times. The third time I said, okay, I'm gonna just go. So when I went into this place, when I say country boy, I said, when I went into this place, I was like, what on here? I'm like, what's going on here? Why they dancing? I was like, why they dancing? Why they happy? What type of dances they doing? And I said, man, they crying. I said, I don't want to be in a place like this. Cause they crying. I don't know what they crying for. And everything like this. They jumping up. I don't understand why they jumping. I don't understand why they so happy. And so that's when my pastor, which is my pastor now, he asked anybody, did they require prayer? Do they desire prayer? And my other big sister, she dragged me. I'm talking about, she literally dragged my arm, dragged my arm up there, and was like, "Come on, we're gonna get prayer. Come on, you gonna get this prayer." I'm like, "What?"
You gonna get a prayer?
Yeah. I'm like, hold up. Wait a minute. I don't know about them.
It don't matter. You gonna get some prayer.
Yeah, he said, you gonna get this prayer. Come on. So we go up there. I'm telling you, we go up there, and I'm telling you, that's the day it changed my life.
Mm.
I felt something. I knew I would kept asking my sister, what was that I felt going through my body? And I never felt a love like that ever. And I said, I don't know what this is, but I want it. And I said, Because I never felt that before. I never felt like somebody could actually love Amina. You know, I never felt that. I always felt this different in my family,
Right.
cast out in my family. I even looked different when I was on dialysis. I was darker, way darker than everybody. I just couldn't stand it because I had insecure problems. I had self-esteem problems. I didn't like myself at all. And when I felt this present come over me, I was like, what? Somebody love me?
Mm.
Amina? Somebody finally love Amina. Somebody cheering for Amina. Uh, and I was like, well, I want that. I don't know what it is, but I want it. And I told my sister was asking me. I kept asking my sister, what is that? What is that? And she said that was God. God's
Mm.
spirit just came upon you. That's what it was. And I didn't understand. And I never looked back since. I was like, I don't I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, I want it. And I said, I even promised God I would never take my life again, you know? And I always say that, you know, and I look back and imagine my heart in my hand, and it's actually saying to me, help
Mm.
me, you know? And I'm thinking like, why you want me to help you? And I'm my mind saying, I want to go. So why you asking me to help you? And you know, it's just I just thank God for everything that He's done for me, for cleaning me up, washing me, getting my mind right, you know, and not even just that, just for loving me, you know. I be like, I never really understand a lot of things about love because I ain't have a dad. My dad left me when I was 6. So I don't know. I didn't know how to love. I thought that loving a guy was me giving my all to him, basically. Me doing for him. Um, whatever my man need, I should be able to give it to him. But when I learned is it's supposed to be equal, and I had to learn that I shouldn't have to give all the time to someone that don't want to give to me. You know, I had to learn that a long time because I'm always giving, always giving. I don't care if your heart is not right, if you're not where I'm at. I'm always trying to give, and sometimes that could take a toll on you when you're the giver all the time.
Yes.
And all you want is somebody to is to sow into you as well. You know, encourage you, be your eye for a change. You know, and it's hard sometimes when you don't know. You
Right.
know, when you wasn't taught that, when you wasn't taught how to be that, um, or about men. Wasn't taught about men. My mommy not a man. My mommy is a woman.
Right.
So my mommy can't teach me about men.
That's
So
true.
I had to learn a little hard things and had to endure some hardships. But one thing I say is you just gotta keep going, being encouraging, encourage yourself, speak life to yourself. I learned to me to speak life to myself. If I don't have nobody around me, I do know I have God around me. And I can speak life to myself. I can speak that I'm an overcomer. I overcame so many obstacles. And and that's how I feel about anybody come to me and ask me. I want to encourage them. I want to encourage them. Yes, you might go through suicide, but you can overcome suicide too. You might be in a dark place right now, but guess what? That darkness don't last always.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say that one more time? Because that right there.
Yes, I said you might be in darkness right now, but that don't last always. That darkness don't last always. The light is right there. It's just that one step you gotta take. That sometimes some people are afraid to take it.
Mm.
They get comfortable in the darkness. They
Ooh.
get comfortable right there, and they feel like this is it for me. But it's not it, because if that was it for you, God wouldn't. God wouldn't say stay right there. He wouldn't tell you to be the light if that is all that. If that's all that God wanted from you. So I would love to encourage somebody that's in the darkness. Hey, it's always a light right there. Just got to take that first step of faith and believe that light is going to change you
Yes.
when you get in it. So yes, I love it, and that's why I've created the Hustle for Jesus. I created Hustle for Jesus. It's for those that don't have a voice, those that deals with injustice, those that have been raped, those that's going through sickness. I mean, bullying. I got bullied as well. I got bullied all the time, even by a teacher. I tell you, it's 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 really sad when you look up to somebody and they bully you. So I used to get picked on by a lot of older women because of my looks all the time. It's it's just crazy how you think that older women would pick on you. You be like, hey, you're older. You should be telling me something. You should be showing me something. Shoot, you should be worried about what I'm doing. Shoot, you should be trying to tell me something.
Right.
So,
Hey.
and that's never the case though. So I'm saying to y'all out there, if that's something that you're dealing with, just know if those women I'm gonna tell you what my mommy told me. It's something in you that they want.
Mm.
It's something in you that they want. They want something from you. They see something in you that they don't have. And hey, and that should encourage you that you got something that they don't have.
Right.
But you know what you can do? You can be willing to teach them how to get it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. Oh, Amenna, I just want to say, you and I have talked, and to sit here and hear you, the journey from childhood, the journey with the lupus, the journey with being without your dad, the journey of being sexually assaulted, the journey of dialysis, the journey of being bullied, the journey. But you're still on the journey.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to you and the journey, the journey. The journey didn't break you. See, that's what, and to hear you say that word, I felt something that I had never felt before.
Never.
So many
Never.
people are on this journey and they want to quit. It's because when you want to give up, it's because you ain't felt that thing yet.
Yes, it's like I'm sorry, I might cry. It's like an undescribable feeling when you've been through so much, uh, been through so much in your life, and
Hmm.
you feel neglected, not understanding, just want to speak out on some things, and you want to scream sometimes because you're not being heard. But when you feel like you're not being loved,
Hmm.
it's a different. All of that stuff don't matter because when I went through, I'm gonna say this: when I went through my depression of losing my brother slash cousin, it took everything from me. Everything. I had to learn everything. I had to learn how to stand up for myself. I had to learn how to speak up for myself. I had to learn how to protect myself. I had to learn how to love myself. And even though I had a great mommy, I love my mommy. My mommy was my rock. I still felt neglected, like
Hmm.
something was missing in my life. I still felt like my heart was not full. It wasn't right. Something was missing. And I felt lost. I never felt lost in my life until that day. And I knew that I was and the thing about it, I was in denial for so long, thinking my brother slash cousin was gonna come back to me. He was gonna come to the door and we was gonna watch Friday, Bad Boys, play Need for Speed, play on the Xbox, play Mortal Kombat. He kicking my butt all the time. You know, seeing him cry, or some things, spreading his emotions out, me spreading my emotions out. Us fighting about who gonna wear our older brother Louis Vuitton hat. You know, I mean, everything, every piece of me was taken. But I'm gonna tell you, country boy, I'm gonna tell you this. My brother, my older brother, is the one that suffered. He died right in our older brother's arms. I
Wow.
never, I never, never asked him how he felt. All I did was think about me because I was in my own issue. I was in my own way, thinking that not even my family care about me. I mean, I'm telling you, this is how the devil works. Devil will get to you, and your own mind, can get trump you up sometimes. And I feel like sometimes I was like everything was just coming at once, you know. So when I decided to take my life, I didn't think that nobody cared.
Hmm.
But my mommy, remember I told you I never seen my mommy cry? I died right on that table. And my mommy was crying for me, calling my name, Mimi, Mimi. I could hear her right as day. I actually saw her. My I saw her and my aunt holding my hand. But remember, I'm dead. Now I could see myself on this bed. And God let me see me
Mm.
and see that love that my mom had for me. And my aunt was there as well. And I was like, what am I in my mind? I'm like, what am I doing? But at the time, I'm still in my own way. I had to get
Mm.
out my way, out my emotions and out everything, because if I didn't, I couldn't be strong for my big brother that was going through the most hurt that he ever felt in his life. He was actually there at the scene when when our brother slash cousin passed. He was right there, saw when he got shot and saw when it went down, and it was in his lap. Imagine somebody dying in your arms. I was like, I don't know what was going on with me at the time, but I know one thing: God didn't let me go. He didn't let me go. He actually removed some things in me. He actually took me to a place where only he and me can be, where he could just be with me by myself and let me know right then and right now that he loves me.
Mm.
He died on that cross for me. He shed the blood for me. I wasn't up there dying on no cross. I didn't shed no blood. He was upset with me because I wanted to take my life. He like, you my best creature I made. You my best. Out of the birds, out of the animals, you are my best creation. And you wanna kill yourself?
Mm.
And that slapped him in the face. That was like, no, we're not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how much I love you.
Mm.
And that day when I felt that, I felt the release that something was changing in my life. And when I got baptized, I felt everything was down there. It was left down there. And I came up feeling so brand new.
Yes.
I felt like things was changing, turning for me. I felt a little stronger than I was. And I felt like I can actually help others, because at the time I wasn't thinking about helping nobody. I wasn't thinking about helping other people. Just wanted to end things with me. But it's a little girl out there. It's a little boy out there. It's a teenager out there. It's an adult out there that needs me. That needs me to encourage them, needs me to pray for them, needs to be listened to. And if I would have took my life, I couldn't do that. So I really just, it's all about a learning process.
That's it.
I really like being on a journey, but you gotta understand. And I do, and I learned this. This is a narrow journey. The wide spread is a lot of people. You could share that with somebody. You can be on the side with somebody. But this narrow, you can't share this narrow spot with nobody.
Mm.
It's you walking by yourself. You gotta get it on your own. Because if you can't get it with somebody else. You have to get it on your own. That's why God says must show yourself approval.
Yes.
You got to know the word for yourself, and you got to know him. Got to have that relationship with him. And I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it so much. I even lost some friends. Like you be thinking like, wait, hold up, but wait, hold up. You be thinking like, hold up, I'm losing friends. I don't need to lose no friends. I'm gonna be by myself. So, but you lose. I noticed you lose some friends. You lose some friends. I had a friend, and I talked to her, and I think, and I be like, why she ain't come to me, knowing that I have good advice? But she didn't come to me. She didn't come to me because she probably thought that I was going to spit Jesus in her mouth or Jesus in her ear, you know. But that's not me. I don't come off at a person talking about Jesus straight up, you know, because I rather to listen to the person. Let
Yes.
me listen to what you got to say first, because sometimes when you come hard at a person talking about Jesus and everything, it turns them off. It turns them off because they don't know him. So they like, oh man, you boring. You know, you boring. You know, I don't want to talk to you. Let me talk to this person that'll tell me what I want to hear. You know, and that's exactly what God says. Those with itchy ears. See,
Mm.
but you have to. That's what I'm telling y'all out there. Oh, you have to get on point. You see what's going on with this world. You see about the Israels. Now the prophet already said this was going to happen. That's why you got to be awakened. A lot of times we are walking around still asleep.
Mm.
Like we got a long time to live. I don't got no long time. And people been saying that for years, but this is really it. This is really the truth. I've been like, I've been like trying not to even think, even imagine, but it is the truth. We really don't have that much time. And people think that people don't even know where we're at in the Bible. That really hurts me, you know, because you gotta know where we're at. Sooner or later, we're gonna be in Revelations. And you're gonna see people, and he says this in the word. He said people that know what's gonna happen are the ones that's, you know, I know it's somewhere in the Bible. And then the ones that don't know, it's gonna be shocked. They're gonna be surprised. Like, what? What's going on here? But that's what I mean by everything. Everything is not always what it seems.
Right.
You gotta actually do the work. Just like you work that 9 to 5 job, you gotta work, you gotta work and know God the same way. You
Yes.
know, you can't continue to live your life in a lie, and let the devil win. I be saying that all the time as I went through all my triumphs and trials, all my bullying. I used to hate my bullies. I went I was on Facebook one time, country boy. I'm gonna tell you, I was on Facebook one time. You gonna laugh at this one. Look, I was on Facebook one time, and my bully actually contacted me.
Wow.
I was like, what? I ain't answering no. Like, I said, what? I ain't answering no. Yeah, she gonna friend request me, and I said, what? She gets a decline. So
Decline.
yeah, I said she gets a decline. I was like, man, cause you think about the things she put you through first. You be like, man, she made me walk home go all the way home with my shoe on, and then want to fight me, all this stuff. And no, I ain't trying to do all that. So you be thinking about this stuff, but I was like, I don't know. I had to really think about that. Like, why she want to be my friend? And then it seemed like my bullies was turning into children of God. They was going towards God. I was like, what? You what you talk about? You know. So like I'm telling you, one of my bullies, oh, she was terrorizing in school. And I said when I seen that she was texting me and everything, and I'm like I said, I was like, this is my second bully. This is the second one. I was like, all these bullies popping up on my feed. I don't know what's going on here. What they trying to jump me? I said, what they trying to jump me on Facebook? So guess what? So I noticed that I started going through her profile. I'm like the little FBI spy. I gotta see what's going on. And my mommy called me a prosecutor. She said, "You are such a prosecutor, detective, and some more stuff." I said, "You better know it." And like I always say, I'll be a female David in that courtroom. Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
so the bully, the lady, I'm telling you, she go to church, she do all these things, and like I told you, country boy, I was like, what she doing all that? What she changed? And I couldn't say nothing because I'm like, hey, if she doing God's work, that's fine. God forgave her. So I guess, it's time for me to forgive them too. And I did. I finally turned around and forgave my bullies. Even the teacher that bullied me, I forgave all of them because I said ain't none of them taking no power over me.
Right.
So I had to just let that go. But I tell you, it's been hard to do sometimes. Sometimes you have a hard time forgiving those that hurt you. I tell you.
Hey, that's factual. I mean, I'll tell you this is
Yeah.
here's the thing, and I say this a lot, and there's the scripture that says that God will prepare a table for us in the presence of our enemies.
Yes.
See, I think people kind of get that twisted. See, people think that he's preparing the table for us to gloat.
Mm-hmm.
He's not preparing the table for us to gloat at our enemies. That table is a test to see how you're gonna act, to see what's the condition of your heart. See, if you are, because there's another scripture that says something about if my brother is hurting, I am hurting.
Right. Me and my brother keeper. Yeah.
There's another one that says, what you do unto the least of them, you do unto me.
Me. Yeah.
If you take that, and he just said, I'm gonna prepare a table for you, so you got a feast. Now, what you do unto the least of them. Now, how you gonna treat them? See, now how you treat them is not about them, it's about you.
Yes. That's exactly true.
And we forget that because just as he is looking at them, he's looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
People forget you don't know the relationship that I got with God. All you know is the relationship you say you got. Now, if you say, oh, I got a good relationship, I got a forgiving God, I got a loving God, but you got a bad relationship with me, something ain't clicking.
Exactly. that means you gotta examine yourself. Gotta definitely examine yourself. And that's the best thing to do. And sometimes some people, country boy, sometimes some people don't like to be alone with themselves.
Mm.
because they don't want to show up that vulnerability,
Right.
accountability, all that stuff. They don't want to do that. And they feel like, oh, why should I be at this? It's always the I. You notice that? I. But it's a he. It's he that fixes you. So all you have to do is submit and commit. And it seems like that's a problem for them because they so busy in what? In this flesh. That flesh speaks to you so bad. And I had to learn. I had to learn how to forgive as well. Just like God showed mercy on us, we gotta show mercy on our enemies. And a lot of
Yes.
people don't want to show mercy to our enemies. They wanna kill. They wanna do eye for an eye, two for two, whatever they want to call it. And that's not how God says do. God
Right.
says he says love your enemies. He says forgive your enemies. He even said he will make your enemies your footstool. But what you have to do first though is forgive them. But you also have to forgive yourself.
That's the part. That
Mhm.
Amina, that is the key. You know, this old boy right here, I had to take the 3 steps. I had to take the 3 steps. The first step was I had to ask God for forgiveness for everything that I had done. The second step was to forgive people for what they've done to me.
Mhm.
The third step, the third step was I had to forgive myself.
That's the hard part.
I had to forgive myself. See,
Mhm.
because here's the thing that people don't, or maybe they do understand about forgiving ourselves. Forgiving yourself means that at that point you're saying somewhere I was wrong. Not they were,
Mhm.
I was wrong.
Got
And too many
and
people, a lot of people don't want to admit, like, you know what, I was wrong. Too many people want to think, oh, I'm always right. I'm right. I'm
I
right.
can say
This is just me, and I'm right in this, and I'm gonna stand on this.
yes. I'm telling you, they do. I just had to deal with. I'm gonna tell you. Oh my goodness. And this was a test. It's not but a test. I'm gonna tell you, country boy. I'm gonna tell you, my oldest sister. We used to be so close. Okay. But once I started getting into, and she didn't want to introduce me to the church and everything. But once I started getting into God and getting to know God, and the Holy Spirit came upon me, start speaking in tongues, start getting, mm, start getting closer to God. Our relationship started to dwindle,
Mm,
and and it used to bother me all the time because I would literally cry to my pastor and ask him why my sister continued to pick with me all the time. And it just took me back into bullying stage. That's all. And I was like, I don't know why she keep trying to bully me or whatever she's trying to do. I don't like it. I don't feel comfortable with that.
right.
And it would trigger me, and I would have to, and she would provoke me to launch out at her. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that, but I don't like to be provoked neither. So I had to learn to control me, not let emotions control me or
Mm,
a person. And I think that's exactly what God was trying to do with me, because sometimes I do let what people say get to me. And at that time, I think, and especially in my gifts, I think I say the devil was using her to try to get to me. But the thing about it, God was teaching me not to
mm,
let my emotions get the best of me neither at the same time. Yes, you're going to get picked. You're not special. God telling me you're going to get picked by this. You're going to get picked by this devil, that devil, this devil, that devil, and all the other devils. You're not special. You're not special. You're not special, Amina. You gotta have some tough skin. And I gotta give you some tough skin. I want you to be a little more bolder.
Mm.
But sometimes I want you to be a little quieter. I want you to know how to remove yourself. If something
Yes.
is messing with you, hey, what did I tell you to do? What did I tell you to do, Amanda? Let them what slap you on that cheek. You escape yourself. You don't have to take it.
Right.
You can remove yourself. So you won't have to be provoked. Okay? You gotta know how to move when it's time to move. Okay?
Yes.
And then I was like, but wait a minute, but you see, she keep on attacking me. What I supposed to do? Let her talk to me like that? Shoot, you know I dealt with all that stuff back in the past. I ain't letting them do that now. Okay. So he was like, okay, so now what I gotta do with you is I gotta control your temper. But
Mm.
see, you built up a temper against these people, these bullies, these things. I gotta let you be more uh, calm your temper down. So now I gotta put you in a place where I gotta test you and your temper because I can't put you out
Mm.
there. If somebody come towards you and say something out the way to you and you blow up at them, so
Yes.
I gotta I gotta test you now. He said, so you might as well get you some tough skin, okay? Because you gotta those that persecuted me going to persecute you. So you
Yes.
gotta continue. Oh, and I'm telling you, when I say country boy, I had to control my mouth, and my mouth had to be shut.
Right. It's real.
I'm telling you because I did. Because the last time me and my sister we had a disagreement, and I tell you it got. I'm talking about when I say it blew up, it like a volcano, and I was like, oh heck no, I can't take this no more. I couldn't take it no more. I didn't. I mean, she was throwing my phone and throwing my phone down and everything because I wasn't saying nothing back to her, trying not to say nothing back to her. So I went. I said I wanted to go home. That was it, because I think it was time for us to separate ourselves
Right.
because at that time I felt I was starting to feel, and I told God, and I said I'm starting to feel animosity towards her, and I don't want to feel that way towards my sister. So
Right.
I think it's time for me to move myself. It's gone too far, and I feel like I don't want to continue to get beat up about it. So I had to go home. I had to go home. I didn't want to go to the place where I was at. I said, but I felt what? Peace.
That's it. There you go.
And I said, this is the greatest peace ever.
That is.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
have hit it. So you hit it. See, because everybody want to be strong, but don't nobody want to work out. Everybody think that they can. I always say this right here. You don't know how much faith you have until your faith is tested. We can sit up here and talk about our faith, all faith, until it's tested. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know how. You don't. You can talk about forgiveness, but you don't know the level of your forgiveness until you come face to face with the person that you say you don't forgave. You say it all day when they way over here and you way over there, but when they up in your face, at that point, you know
Yeah.
whether you have or you haven't. And it's a journey. All of it's a journey. And when it don't happen overnight, and
Mm-mm.
if you want to stay on it and you want to get better and you want to learn, you're gonna go through some things. You're gonna go through some things, you're gonna have to what you said, you're gonna lose some people.
Mm-hmm. Gonna
But
lose.
when you said that, you know what? The words that came to my mind when you said that about losing people. Sometimes elevation creates separation.
Yes, it does. Yes.
So it's not that they are bad. It's not that they're see. I don't talk about nobody else, but sometimes what I do say is we get ropes and chains and locks, and we be trying to drag people to the places they ain't ready to go. We be
Yeah.
trying to take them along with us to the next level. Some people are comfortable on level number one. They don't want to move to level number two. And you can't be mad at a person that's comfortable on one. All you got to do is move yourself to number two. Now, if you decide not to move, don't look at them and say, well, I stayed behind because of you. No, you stayed behind because you wanted to. Let's
Right.
on what's for us. So
Exactly.
somebody else ain't ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yes.
miss what's yours because my friends don't want to go, so I'm gonna miss out on it. No.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. That's what I talk about, that comfortable zone. My pastor, he gave us you gonna laugh at this one. He gave us a description of the prey and the predator. Okay, the antelope and the lion.
Hmm.
And he said now the antelope, they jump real high. No, they jump real high. Okay. Now the lion was chasing after this antelope, but a wall came up in front of the antelope. Now the antelope got scared because this wall got right there. Even though he knew he could jump so high,
Hmm.
he could jump high, but he was afraid. He let fear hinder him to stand right there instead of jumping over. See, if he thought it that God was right there with him, right there, and God was going to be on the other side with him, he would have jumped over. But see,
Yes.
he didn't because what? Something came in the way. And he said, and that's what it is. When something gets in our way, we get what? Distracted. And instead of focusing on that jump, he got
Yes.
distracted and focused on that wall. And that fear of that wall being right there hinder him because he didn't know what was on the other side.
Hmm.
And see, that's the thing with us because we're in that uncomfortable zone. I mean, we're in that comfortable zone. We don't want to go oh, where it's all scary at. I don't want to go over there, girl, because I never been there before. So
Hmm.
I'm right here. I like me. I like this. And so, but you saying, but you like, oh no, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here where it's new at. And then when you go over there where it's new, people start looking at you differently because you went to somewhere where it's new,
Hmm.
and they saying, "You don't want to come back over here with us?" Oh no, I don't want to come back over there because that's comfort zone. I like the uncomfortable zone. Y'all want to do the same thing all the
Hmm.
time, all the time. I want something new. And they was
Yes.
like, girl, you bougie. You bougie. You that Jesus freak and all this stuff. And that's when they start calling you these names. But back to the antelope. The antelope got eaten by the lion because of his fear. His fear hindered him from jumping over that wall when
Hmm.
he knew when he knew that he could jump it. But see, he didn't because he let that fear of that wall stop
Yes.
him from going over. So that sometimes that can actually distract us from actually succeeding because we tend to focus on the wrong things.
Yes.
Oh, that wall might be in the way, but God said that wall should be shut down. That should be removed. You
Hmm.
know. And
And that's
sometimes we don't put the word to nothing.
right.
Like if we want things, God already, you could pray for something. And I heard this from Tyler Perry. You could pray for something and pray for something. You could ask God for this and that. And God already answered your prayer. God already answered. But the thing is, are you willing to go towards those things to get to where God is trying to lead you to? We ask for these things, but we don't want to go through these ditches. We don't want to go through the puddle. We don't want to go through sand water. We don't want to get dirty. We don't want to do nothing. We want to stay on where it's comfortable at. And that's not what how God is. Jesus never been somewhere where he walked where it was comfortable at.
Amen. Amen. You know, I'm gonna as we get ready to close here, I just want to say this. You know, you can only get what you got if you stay where you're at.
I like that.
If you want something new, you got to go a little bit further than you've been. If you want something new, it takes going in a whole different direction. It takes traveling a little bit further down the road. See, I don't care what road you travel on. If you don't never get on a different road, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. It's going to be the same road. Now, until you stretch yourself, then you know something different. But a lot of people don't. They want to keep on traveling on the same road. And this is my last word. I'll say this, and I'm going to let you close. What you just said is so true. See, there's a word in the Bible that says there's nothing new under the sun. I'm going to try to play with that for a minute and I'm going to get on. There's nothing new under the sun. So when anything that happens has happened before, ain't nothing new, okay? So when what you just said about praying and asking for something, let me tell you something. This is my belief. It ain't nobody else, just me. My Heavenly Father ain't creating nothing today. He ain't creating nothing today. See, it was said somewhere in that book that my Father knew me before I was created in my mother's womb.
He
So
sure
if
did.
he knew me before I was created, see, he knew the things that I would need. See, I'm 58. So when he created me, he knew me before I was created in my mother's womb. So when you know something, you know what it's going to need all the way down the road. So before I was created in my mother's womb, he knew me. So whatever I pray for today, he'd already created it way before I was created back then. I'm just saying. So when people be
You better go ahead.
I'm praying for this. Well, he's already prepared that. It's already, that other scripture says something about, in the words of, I go to prepare a place for you.
Yes,
So where I am, ye may also. So that means he already done went to prepare the place. So when we get, it's already going to be prepared. So ain't nothing coming today that already, what you praying for now, what you have to do is line yourself up to get whatever you praying for. It ain't like you, God, don't you know what I need? Of course, because he already said, I knew you before you were created in your mother's womb.
Yes, yes.
Before you he knew you. So before you came out, he already knew you. So he knew what you would need then. He already knew what you would need. He knew then what you would need right now. It's not the fact that it ain't there. It's there. The fact is we ain't there. We trying to ask for it here. And he's saying, no, I need for you to be over there. See, the package I got for you is sitting over there, but you want to sit over here. You can't get it over here. What you got to do is go over there. Everybody talks about God, Lord, lead my way, direct my path. Well, how you gonna tell him to direct your path and you trying to follow your own GPS? See, he gonna go if he directing it, he gonna take you to what he's already prepared for you. But now, if you're trying to get there, you're gonna be all over the place. I'm just saying, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yes, you right about that.
Yeah. I want you
better go ahead and speak that word.
I want you to whatever it is. Well, I have one question for you. And I asked all my guests this one question, and I cannot let you get out of here without asking you the question, because what I have found is this, for me, is the most important question the most important question in my life. And that question is to you. Amenna, what is your why?
Why? My why? What is my why? Hmm. What is my why? Is knowing me. Knowing me, learning. Learning, definitely learning from my mistakes and growing into God and doing what God asked me to do to help others. That's my why. Why I do it and why I feel like I'm needed to do it because my heart speaks on it all the time and I have a compassion for it. It's like that's my go-to why. If I'm if I see somebody crying, I wanna talk to them. Somebody need prayer, I wanna pray for them. I'm always interceding for others. I love it. I love it with a compassion. It's like, oh my goodness, I be so amazed on how God is elevating me in the spirit realm as to where as my gifts. Studying them, learning about them, getting a mentor for them. It's very been it's just been so awesome. Having that relationship with him is everything. I'm talking about it changed my life. Okay, it changed my life. I was lost, confused, and heartbroken. Everything you name, I probably was. And I tell you, this young woman right here that you look today wasn't the woman that girl you saw back then. It's I'm much stronger now, much bolder. I don't sugarcoat things. I mean, I basically love to tell the truth,
There you go.
and I um I just love doing the things of God. Like I like to see people smile. I like to see people hear people's stories of what they went through. It encouraged me, it encouraged me, and to see them with joy in their eyes coming out of it is a blessing to me. It's a blessing to me because I'm actually seeing this person come out of their struggle, overcoming their struggles, overcoming whatever battle that they were fighting. Because
Mm.
this life is a battle, you know? And I love it. I love it. And that's my why. That's why I do it. Why I hustle for Jesus. Why I do so much for God because I love God with all my heart, my mind, my soul, my body, my spirit, my heart. Everything belongs to him. Like that's why I do it. I mean, I don't know about nobody else, but that's all I do. I mean, that's who I gave my life to, who I'm committed to, um, and who I stand for.
Wow. Amen. Amen. Look, I'm going to drop some of these comments over here. Look, to the people that are watching, old country boy going to try to do the comments. I'm going to just try to move here so Amenna can see them. Miss Julie, down Miss Julie.
Hi.
Miss Julie, oh, look, Miss Julie, there go Miss Julie again.
Thank you, Miss Julie.
And there go Brother Larry.
Hi, Brother Larry.
Miss Julie done pop back again. Hallelujah. Oh, yeah, Miss Julie.
Woo, yes.
Hey, that
That's
right
right. That's right. Darkness don't last forever. You better speak that language.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is. Let's see what we got. And Miss Julie, Miss Julie.
That's right. Yes.
Brother Larry here.
Yes, that's right.
And then Miss Julie. There you go. Look here, what I want you to do is please tell these people where they can come find you, follow you, drop your info, so they can come track you down.
I'm on Facebook. Amenna Scott. I do Team Jesus all day. On Amenna Scott on Facebook. Also on IG, I do that as well. Um, and my clothing line is Hustle for Jesus. It's on Facebook as well. I'm about to get off of Facebook, everybody. I'm so sorry. As far as my clothing line. So I'm about to put it on a website so it could be actually have a permanent website. So I have my GoFundMe page going around so y'all see that. And I just so happy to be on here. I mean, I just love y'all. Thanks for all the love. I love you, country boy. And I just thank y'all for allowing me to come on and share my story. And I hope I encourage somebody out there. That's all I love to do is want to encourage those that went through something. In anything that you go through, remember that God is going to get you out. This is my ending statement. I just trust in God and believe in God that God is going to heal you. Whatever struggle financially, he said he's your provider. Come on now. We're gonna get this thing in order. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed.
Thank you.
Country boy, I love you. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Oh, thank you.
And I just want y'all to know that I'm always here if you need me.
Well, Mina, I thank you so very much for taking the time out. I greatly appreciate it. You're always welcome back. You know how to find me. You know where I'm at. Man, I thank you so very much. I look forward to it. I want y'all to know, man, as I get ready to close this thing out, that just keep pushing. You know, the old country boy always says that just keep pushing, just keep going, don't give up, don't quit. My words are always going to be my words, and it's this: if the good Lord has given you a vision, it does not matter who ever believe in it or don't believe in it, who follow you, who don't follow you, who like you, who don't like you, who talk about you, who down you, who disgrace you, whatever. It don't matter. If the good Lord has given you a vision, trust this old boy right here. He will provide the provision for that vision. He will. I'm gonna plug myself real quick, Amenna. If y'all have an opportunity Friday, the Acres Home Chamber of Commerce, the old country boy here. I got my boots shined, I got my hat ready. I will be the MC of the show on Friday. On Saturday, I have been blessed to go to be on their own radio show. They gonna put a microphone in front of the country, boy. Lord, they gonna put me on the mic. I'll be leaning.
Oh my goodness, they better be ready for you out there.
So, but on Saturday, I will be joining my friend, Larry Scott. So y'all check this out on Saturday. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go ahead and close. Today, when I saw the post that my brother did, and I know that these things, these earthly things are coming, and you have no idea. Sometimes we don't know the struggle that others have gone through. We don't know the patches that people have. We don't know the journey that other people have been on. This old boy, myself, y'all may see me smiling. I'm smiling. Let me tell you something. I ain't smiling because it's me. I'm smiling because what God has done for me. It ain't because I'm smiling because of God's grace. God's grace. Everything that I have been, God's grace. I say been through. I love saying been through because that means I done passed it. That means he done brought me to another stage in life. God's grace. Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know where nobody's at. I don't know where nobody's at. But I will sure tell you this. If you don't move from there, that's as far as you're going.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
don't know
right.
where you at, but if you stay there, you ain't gonna get no further. All you got to do is just keep on moving. If you keep on moving, keep on moving. I already said this. God has a blessing with each
Mm-hmm.
and every one of our names on it. God has a blessing. He has already prepared for us what's for us. Can't nobody take it from us. Can't nobody
Mm-hmm.
Can't nobody do nothing. God has a blessing with your name, my name, every one of our names written down. It's
That's
ours.
right.
It's ours. But it is our job to get to it.
That's right.
It is our job to get to it. It is our job to get to what he has prepared for us. And how do you get to what he has prepared? See, let me tell you something. If you have a relationship with him,
Mm-hmm.
if you got a relationship, you know what folks do in relationship. What that thing they have pillow talk.
Mm-hmm.
They have this intimate thing where they share details and intimate details about their lives and about the journey. See, if you got an intimate relationship with him, he's sharing things with you. And the things that he's sharing with you is directing you to the blessing that he's already prepared for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But if you ain't got no intimate relationship and y'all ain't having that close talk and y'all ain't having them things where he's feeding into you and you telling him, let me tell you something, you ain't got all you got to do is just hey,
Yes.
just cry.
That's
Open
it. That's
your
it.
submit unto
That's
him and allow him to come into you. I'm telling you, he starts to direct you. There are
Yes,
things
he does.
you do that you just, even though it's there, you don't even want to do it no more. There are people that you used to talk to, and when you get this relationship with him, you be like, nah, that's cool. There are places you used to go, you could just pass out and you don't even miss it because now you know he says, I will create.
Yes.
You will be new. You become a new creature. You become new. See, too many people be hung up and trying to stay into the old. And let me tell you, I said it, I said it again. Keep on staying the old you. You can't get nothing new being the old you.
Exactly. You better say that again. Mhm.
Keep on being the old you. Keep on. I like where I'm at. If you like where you're at, stay there because if you're staying where you're at, you can get what God you know.
That's it. That's it. That's all. That's why you have to continue to trust in God. Trust is all about trusting and believing because that's where your faith lies in. That's where faith lies in. And faith is an action word. A lot of people don't want to serve their faith because they allow that fear, that past to keep them
I mean, you
comfortable.
know, I just got this right here. And sometimes I have these little things come. Let me tell you something. You know what I just thought about? When a chicken hatches the egg, it's that little embryo inside there. And as it grows and it gets bigger, it's comfortable where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
It's comfortable inside that egg shell. Even the egg is comfortable inside of it. But there comes a point when it wants to get out. It pecks its way out of that shell. We got to start pecking our way out of this stuff that we in. If you want to get out, you got to start pecking out.
That's right. You do.
You
You
got to
do.
break the shell and peck your way out. Because guess
You
what?
do.
Even the chicken knows it's something greater on the outside than on the inside. Let me get
You
up
better believe it.
in. Let me get up out of this. If that means I just got to peck a little bit at a time, because this right here, I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Yes.
I'm coming out.
Coming out.
I'm coming out. I'm coming
Coming
out.
out.
I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Yes. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't want to see. They like that being in that how what can I call it? Cur- Cuddle zone. That
Mm,
cuddle zone. I love being in that cuddle under my mommy wound and under no. You see what the Eagles do.
mm.
Eagles, they don't play. They don't play with their children. They don't
Got to
play
get
with
up
their
out of here.
children. You gotta get up out of here.
You
Bye.
got to get up out of
They
here.
put you right on out. Ain't no more mommy. Ain't no more mommy. No, no. You go by yourself. You gotta fly your wings, for you to
Yeah.
soar. And a lot of times we so, like I said, we so in that cuddle zone where we so attached. And sometimes it's good to be detached because then that'll teach you how to learn the method of learning how to fly.
Yes. Yes. Amen. Amen. Well, again, I mean, I thank you. 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 Lastly, but not least, the old country boy want to leave it just like this. If you woke up this morning, if you woke up this morning and you open your eyes and you clean out your ears with some old Q-tips and and you, but you didn't hear a word. You was out there today and you was listening and you thought you heard the old country voice. You did because you had to tune in tonight to hear the country voice. You thought you heard the country voice. You did. Well, here it is at 9:36 Central Time. I want to tell you right now, look at him. I love you. We love
Yes, we
you. And
do.
we love you unconditionally. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. I thank y'all. I look forward to seeing y'all on Monday. If y'all get a chance, y'all tune in to Brother Larry Scott Show on Saturday. Y'all come on by Acres Home. The Fofo! Oh, country boy, I'm
Yes.
going to be in the Fofo on Friday. So y'all catch me. Catch me if you can. We out here. Thank you.
Love y'all. Love you too,
Love you
country boy.
too.
Bye bye.